Abusiafo aha eye Ghanatube so ensem a ekoso ewo Ghana four corners ni gina no eno na channel we de ebro matenase fefefe mekako medensem aba abusiafo entempa ni dimechi na yenkotie ensem bia ekoso ewo omani.
15 years after Ghana's national airline collapse, government says it is ready to try again, this time with a private partner. The Transport Minister, Joseph Nikpe, says talks are underway to bring the long-grounded national carrier back to life. There's more in this report by Collins Frimpong.
It's been 15 years since Ghana last had a national airline. Government is reigniting hopes of reviving it with the help from the private sector. Past efforts, including deals with aviation giants like Boeing and Egypt Air, never took off despite signing memoranda of understanding and public declarations. President John Mahama has announced a renewed push to get a national carrier back in the skies.
The last attempt by the previous administration to re-establish a national airline has failed. We will reopen a transparent process that will receive expressions of interest to invite competent established partners to work with us to establish a national airline. We believe that an efficient national carrier can help reduce fares on routes where external carriers are currently enjoying a monopoly.
Spanish-based World Aviation Group has already expressed interest in partnering with Ghana, but Transport Minister Joseph SUBCRIBE says the country cannot fund this dream alone, citing current economic challenges.
We have received a lot of proposals and we have started hearing those partners. You are aware that we inherited an economy that is challenged. On our own, we cannot establish a national airline. So we're looking for partnership. And in that, you don't rush to take partners. You take time, do a search over them, and know who they are and their capacities to deliver or to partner with you to be able to bring in a national carrier that will actually fly our flag for a very long time and in comfort. So we're working on the proposal they've submitted. Very soon we'll shortlist a few of them and see how we are going to take it from that level.
Ghana International Airlines ceased operations in 2010 after sinking into debt and legal trouble. Today, government is betting on partnership, not public spending, to restore the Black Star to the skies. Collins Frimpong's report, read to you.
Minister for Communications, Digitalization and Innovation, Samuel Nati George, has unveiled plans for a comprehensive national SIM card re-registration or registration set to begin on July 1 this year. Addressing the press in Accra on Wednesday, April 9, Sam George clarified that this will not be SIM re-registration, but rather what he describes as proper registration process aimed at ensuring a more efficient and accessible system for all Ghanaians.
Many people have, and there was an instance, law enforcement instance that I encountered in my very first week. We're working with the then Cybersecurity Director General. We identified a number, saw the Ghana, did a cross-referencing with the number, the Ghana card that was used to register the card, geolocated the person, security did an operation, but it became immediately clear that the individual whose Ghana card, who we had picked up on the back of his Ghana card, was not the same person as the person who was using the same card. And that's simply because you have unscrupulous people who registered pre-registered SIM cards using people's Ghana cards. You go and you try to register and then they tell you the network is down, it didn't go through, but they had registered a SIM card, and then they take your card again and do another registration, and then they begin to sell those pre-registered SIM cards. And so you will be an innocent person sitting down, and because your Ghana card had been used to pre-register a SIM card that was used in fraud, you'll be picked up. So people may think that, oh, but we went through the hassle. Yes, and I appreciate it. I was one of, in fact, I was I was Christian Stubborn Academy because I opposed the registration process because we questioned the technical basis of doing what was being done. And that's why I make a solemn pledge to you that you will not have to queue. You will not have to go and leave work for a day or two to get your SIM registered. There's a whole simple technical process behind it. It will be interactive. It will engage you. The regulator has seen the demo of it and how it works. We are very clear in our minds what we're going to do, because if you've submitted your biometrics to the NIA and the NIA has captured your biometrics, it's a simple opportunity for us to match what MTN or Telecel or AT holds against a certain number and cross-reference and send you a prompt to confirm if that number was really registered by you. So if someone has registered with your SIM, your Ghana card without your knowledge, and that number is brought to your attention and you indicate that that is not your number, we blacklist it. If it is your number and the biometrics match, we whitelist your number and you get a prompt letting you know that your identity has been verified.
Our Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications, Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe, joins us via Zoom. Doc, thank you for talking to us this afternoon. Now, it's all very cloudy in our mind. Tell us and help us get clarity. What is the difference between SIM registration going on now, or that will be going on this year, from the previous one?
Well, so let me leave the semantics to the politicians, to do. And let me just wear my engineering hat and try and talk engineering and also as somebody who's an industry player. And so, one of the challenges, that major challenge with the last SIM registration was the fact that it was only the first phase of the SIM registration that spoke to Ghana's center point of truth, one point of truth, which is the NIA database. So when you do the first phase, there's a call that is made on the NIA database and it returns some text that would say, give you the Ghana card number and all of those. But when it came to the second phase, the biometric, where, they would do a likeliness test, a liveliness test, where, your biometrics are collected as well, that did not speak to the NIA database. Okay. So the data that the NCA collected used a particular standard, that is the non-contact standard. You saw that virtually they were taking a photograph of your biometrics, your finger, not putting your finger on a biometric reader that would actually read your fingerprints. And so those two standards are so different that the data that currently the NCA has collected and the data that is sitting in NIA cannot be synced. So that cannot be done. And that was a major flaw with it. Is the reason why the minister mentioned what he said, that people could do that. And so with this, we've seen recently the minister has engaged the NIA, and I'm sure there is alignment between the Ministry of Interior, the Ministry of Communication, the NIA and the NCA, so they'll be able to work together to ensure that the processes will start and end with the NIA database. And that's why the minister would allude to the fact that a lot of the things will be done via technology. Right. Well, this minister's raison d'etre have been to do a lot of stakeholder engagement. Okay. So I'm sure that now that the NCA might have seen the proposed system, there will be some engagement between us and them. And, with the immense experience that we've gathered during the last SIM registration, all the challenges that we saw that were dealt with, those that had not been dealt with, we will bring that to the table to ensure that there will be a seamless process of re-registration. And as the minister has promised on countless occasions, it will be done in such a way that our customers, the citizens of Ghana, would not be overburdened.
Madam Asapa, some Dimechi, and my quote, and some no with me an opportunity I share with views on the issues at our comment section. Now you better break akinkai ni na ede amount fefe as na mesori mo so no mema owe fi se obe subscribe na wa hit notification link ne so ede amount fefe afi so mema owe fi so obe share ne fefe e was for aha eye Ghanatube senam digan kan mo dofo snow mi na mtena se ede nsem no empemu sisi ade makamo.